The Unicorn Tapestries are among the most beloved treasures of the Cloisters Museum. These 7 wall hangings portray the hunt, capture, death, and resurrection of the mythical unicorn. These woven masterpieces narrate an imaginary drama. However, the detailed naturalism with which this enchanted world is depicted compels the viewer to believe in the reality of its mythological subject. The second panel, known as The Unicorn is Found, manifests the capacity of these tapestries to visualize the medieval imagination. The unicorn is discovered at the center of an animal paradise that includes lions, leopards, a stag, pheasants, and rabbits. 12 men gather around the perimeter of a magical grove to witness a peaceable kingdom in which animals that might be natural foes are here reconciled. The thirsty animals gather to drink from a stream, but they hesitate out of fear that the water might be poisoned. Medieval viewers believed that the unicorn's horn could cure poisons, and the noble creature bows down to dip his horn into the stream. In order to reinforce the medieval viewers' belief in the reality of a creature that they had never seen, this tapestry depicts the unicorn's world with vivid realism. The fortress in the upper left suggests that this Arcadia is directly connected to the world of the medieval viewer. This naturalistic depiction of the mythical unicorn is created out of an uncountable number of hand-woven threads of wool, silk, and silver. We can marvel at the prowess of the weavers to employ the material of the tapestry itself to visualize such a wide range of details. The men look at each other with a sense of wonderment. Their amazement at the sight of the unicorn encourages the viewer to see this as a sacred moment. The subtlety of personality rendered in each of these faces is visually complemented by the meticulous depiction of the forest. This exquisite paradise of trees and foliage evidences both botanical expertise and rich symbolism. The attention to naturalism evidenced in this woven image advanced a belief widely held in medieval Europe that unicorns were in fact real. Since for obvious reasons, actual sightings of unicorns were rare, these splendid tapestries helped to sustain a faith in their existence. This depiction of the unicorn sacrificing itself for the provision of life-giving water could also be interpreted as an allegorical depiction of Christ, who absorbed the poisonous sins of the world. The bowing unicorn might visualize Christ's humility, and the flowering rose bush behind the unicorn symbolizes Christ's sacrificial blood. In the 5 tapestries that follow this one, the unicorn is hunted, captured, killed, and is miraculously resurrected. These panels could also have been understood by the medieval viewer as analogous to Christ's passion. By employing naturalistic depictions of the unicorn hunt as an allegory of Christ, these spectacular works of visual art might have encouraged the faith of a medieval viewer in the reality of a God that they had never seen. The scale of these tapestries also contributes to their impact. The panel known as The Unicorn is Found is approximately 12 feet by 12.5 feet. This scene visually absorbs the viewer into its own reality. The Unicorn Tapestries are exhibited together in a room at the Cloisters. Turning the corner and catching our first sight of these wall hangings is not unlike the experience of awe that we see expressed in the faces of the hunters as they suddenly find themselves in the presence of the legendary unicorn. Like much of late medieval art, the Unicorn Tapestries visualize belief. In the world depicted here, there is romance, violence, and even death, but there isn't even a hint of doubt. This work challenges the disposition a modern viewer might have towards rational skepticism. For the logic-oriented mind of the modern viewer, this artistic strategy of unashamedly depicting the unicorn as real might be as alien as the mythical creature itself. Nevertheless, this union of visual naturalism and fictional narrative has an irresistible magnetism that encourages the viewer's belief, for a moment, in the reality of the mythical world that they depict. Encountering this enchanted realm potentially expands our own capacity for sacred imagination, in which the temporal reality is inhabited by mystery.